In 1972, a planning and survey committee was elected to study the feasibility of a new sanctuary since the church had been having 2 worship services each Sunday morning. In September of 1975, ground was broken, and on October 10, 1976, the new sanctuary was dedicated. Those that came together that cold October morning stepped into a beautiful facility that they believed would allow the church and community to have a place to worship together for decades. And they were right. In 1997, the church voted to enter a multi-phase construction project that included a remodel of the sanctuary. And in 1998, the remodel was completed and included projects like recovering the original pews, as well as replacing the carpet. In more recent years, we have upgraded our sound system and we've made updates to much of the lighting in the sanctuary. In 2015, the church adopted another multi-phase project, and in 2018, the first phase started with a complete remodel of the Trusser building that not only provided us with a state-of-the-art area for our children's ministry, but also gave us the space and design that we needed to open our Parents' Day Out ministry, something that we had prayed for and had planned for since 2010. In 2020, as Phase 1 was being completed, the Building Committee and Stewardship Task Force were hard at work looking at what was next. Eventually, due to unforeseen circumstances and situations, which we'll further discuss at our information meeting on Tuesday, October 18th, the initial plan to remodel the church foyer was placed on hold. The committee and task force therefore decided to move forward with Phase 3 of the project, a sanctuary remodel. This remodel will include things like new seating, new carpeting, extending the stage, and much more. What they discovered during this research and planning was that there are some existing issues that need addressing and fixing as we look to renovate the sanctuary. The heating and cooling unit servicing the sanctuary is very old and is frequently in need of service. With each passing year, parts become more and more difficult to obtain, and the likelihood of the unit quitting completely grows exponentially. Not only is the unit a true dinosaur, but it's also very inefficient at heating and cooling our sanctuary, which is continually plagued by both hot and cold spots based on where you're sitting. What's worse, the area of the flat roof that the unit sits on now has sagging beams and is prone to have several inches of standing water on the roof anytime it rains. This portion of the roof is a 15-year roof and is already 13 years old. And so, with this information in mind, the Building Committee and Stewardship Task Force decided that their best recommendation would be that the sanctuary remodel would not simply try and put a band-aid on these problems, but to fix them properly, so that when this remodel is completed and we worship in the renovated sanctuary, we too can know what those who gathered in the sanctuary for the first time in 1976 knew, that the beautiful place we gather together will allow the church and community a place to worship together for decades to come. We invite you to join us on Tuesday, October 18th at 6 p.m., where the Building Committee and Stewardship Task Force will make a more complete presentation of their plans and ideas. We also invite you to join us for our monthly church business meeting on Wednesday, October 19th, where the church will get to vote and decide whether or not they want to continue on this current path. Please note that the vote at this business meeting is not a vote to actually start any construction or to sign off on any exact plans, but just a vote to keep working towards the presented goal. There is no doubt that God is at work in our community and our church, and we are so excited to join Him in that work and to follow Him where He leads.